Yeah, for the last 6 months of the war, we've been really focused on the Donbass region almost solely. But of course, Kherson, as you said, was one of the first cities to fall. So the question is, why was that a priority for Russia so early in the campaign? There's two really main reasons for that. One of which is Russia, if it wanted to take all of the coastal region, it would need to take Odessa. Kherson is a really important stepping stone on the way to Odessa. But also in 2014, you remember the annexation of Crimea. At that time, Crimea was cut off from the electricity grid from Ukraine and also cut off from the fresh water supplies. And that would explain why Russia's so keen on the nuclear facility at Zaporizhzhia, access to electricity. But also Kherson controls the canalways that provide fresh water into Crimea. So that's for both of those. Why this has also popped up in the news is obviously the Ukrainians have announced their intention to mount some sort of counteroffensive. Why now? President Zelensky needs some good news. Bluntly, Donbass has been heroic fighting, but the reality is that fighting has, they've been ceding ground consistently. There's a weather window as winter approaches where it'll be more difficult to conduct warfare off the main roads. And basically, they need some hope for the Ukrainians. The challenge, of course, is by announcing it, it means Russia is preparing for it. So they are moving troops down from the Donbass region down towards Kherson. In response, what Zelensky has been doing is blowing bridges along the Dnipro River to try and isolate Russia from its forces in Kherson. And also they've been bombing on Crimea as well. Part of the challenge, though, if you're going to do a counteroffensive, you need overwhelming force or surprise. President Zelensky has announced that he's going to be doing that, so there's no surprise. Russian forces have been massing, so it's quite difficult to see how overwhelming force will prevail. The reality is we don't know what the truth of the matter is, but certainly the first stage of this conflict are starting to unfold in front of us.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the situation in Kherson. Trying to get to the truth of the matter, let's talk about reports about the Russian President Putin, and a rift between him and his Russian defence minister. Talk to us about this story and the significance of it.
Well, the Russians have not been performing well in this conflict at all. Sergei has been the defence minister for 10 years. You often see him in full military attire with lots of medals and general rank on his shoulder. He's never actually served in the Russian military at all, assumes the rank of general. And of course, in peacetime, that probably works fine. When you've got the pressures of armed conflicts and realities of war, it's pretty evident he's now described as an ineffectual leader. And Putin is now sidelining him, going directly to the operational commanders to find out how things are going on the ground. And with the Russian progress on the ground stalled, with the Russian leadership looking to be a bit more fragmented, this is a classic opportunity why Ukraine is taking full advantage on the ground at the moment.